Hello, fellow YouTubers and Buddyfighters. Today we are talking to Austin from Team Draconic Fury, who got first at the LA Regional Qualifier for Buddyfight and second at Nationals.
Alright. Well, he's holding my cards, but that was alright. That's the world I played. I played Dungeon World. My buddy was Tetsuya. A pretty cool guy. It's pretty broken. So, let's just start this off with the size of one lineup. So I ran 4 Dancing Magician Tetsuya because this card's kind of broken, like extremely strong. It makes everything double attack. Do you want me to tell the effects, Ed? Okay, I'm doing it solo. I'm flying.
I don't really think if people.
No, I'm sure people know. I'm sure people know.
If not, you can look it up.
If not, look it up.
Sorry for trying to rush this thing.
I run 2 Adric. I ran them because, it's alright. It helps for defensive plays. I ran 2 Shyvana because it's pretty strong dungeon enemy. I run dungeon enemy engine, so I'll get more on that later. I run 2 Tsuku. He's alright. I didn't actually use him that much in a tournament. I only use him at Seeger to penetrate, but I think he's a little overhyped. He's not that great, but he's okay. I just run 2 up because he's searchable. I might bump it down to 1. I use 1 Sage Kuguru. Garbage card. I used her once in a tournament. She actually saved me once, but that's why I run up one of her because I can just search her out. And then 1 of the Scout because again, searchable through mission party or former party, so it's pretty broken because of that. And it's just good side or main board just in case. I run 2 Magical Fortress because this card is oh man, this card is so good. It's basically like a gauge and draw engine. And so basically go put like this guy and this guy into the bottom of your deck, and then you just draw cards, gauge cards, and it's really good for setting up combos and whatnot. I run 4 Drum. What the? That's all crazy. I run 4 Drum because Drum is pretty fantastic. A lot of people don't like him for some reason, but the fact that he has Soul Guard means you can sit on him for very long. And it allows you to have this and this, so him in the center, him on the side. You go link attack, then attack again, so that's 4 to 7. That's 7 damage if you can go center. Or you can just run over something, penetrate for 3, attack for 3 again. It lets you do a lot of things. So that's why I run 4, and it's just great defensively. Unless you're fighting against Dungeon World, if you're fighting against a mirror match, you get fucked.
Excuse his language.
Excuse my language, I'm sorry, I forgot this channel, youngin channel. I run, there you go. I run 3 Blade Wing. I was using 4. I was using 4 Blade Wing Phoenix, but I found it too cloggy in the deck because it's more adventure based. So I went down to 3. 3 works amazing. It's just so I can rush and do OTKs, same with drums and Tetsuyas. And I can clear fields if I need to. A lot of options. The entire deck, like all the cards I run, are just basically so I can have a lot of options in pretty much any situation I'm in. And that's why I run 2 of the Monk deity. He's moved. I didn't use him that much. He's not that great, but I mean, when I need him, he's there, and it's pretty fantastic when I need him. I use him just basically when I don't have any shields, I don't have any drums, but I don't want to play offensive. Or I do have drums, and I don't want to play offensive. He's pretty good for that. And he has 5k, so I guess kind of stops some things. Impacts for last. I run 4 of, what is this? Divine Protection. It's the shield. It's pay 1 gauge, and it's standard. Not much to talk about. Got run 4. I run 3 Pillow Fire because 4 I found too cloggy, and surprisingly I found it too cloggy. You don't need that many shields, especially since they all cost a gauge to play. 7's good enough because this deck has so much push power, and if worst comes to worst, I can just sit on Drum for the entire match, or just sit on him for a while when I don't have cards. Which is why I say in the mirror, kind of get screwed over. But 3 works perfectly fine. It's actually a lot better than 4 in my opinion because it doesn't get so clogged up in your hand. Too many shields can kind of ruin you and your day. Sometimes. But then we have Continue, which is extremely strong. I'd run 4 if I was running more dungeon enemies. If I was running 0s, I'd probably run 4. This card is just too good. It shouldn't be rare. It's really amazing. I mean, I didn't use it that much. The reason I use it is just so I can have them for a dungeon, because it has the dungeon enemy name. So I can put them in the bottom and gauge a card, draw a card. So it's just part of engine. That's the only reason I run it. And then mission card lineup. 2 Hot Springs, 4 Defeat Monsters, And then 4 party forms. Let's see if I can move that up a bit. Yeah, there we go. I run 4 party form because searchable and buddy fight. It's too good, too good. Shouldn't exist. It's amazing. +1 life. It's super easy to get off, and that's why I run these because I run. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. Yeah, 10 mission cards. So 9 other mission cards that these can all chain off of. I run 4 defeat monsters because defeat monsters is really good. It kills your opponent. You're killing your opponent's monsters, so you're already gaining advantage in a way. You're stopping your opponent from attacking you and wasting cards from the hand, as well as gaining cards from into your hand at the exact same time. And since you have Tetsuya, you can pretty much run over a lot of things without any worry. And then I just play 2 Hot Springs. I didn't use Hot Springs that much. I only use it really just trigger form a party, but it's still pretty good because you can do combos where you can grab like continue or something else once you put drum in the center. And since I play drum in the center a lot, this goes off a few more, not as much as this. This is the main part of the deck. I wouldn't mind getting rid of this, but that's another story. Another story for another day. All right. Let's see. Just pile it all in there. What are we on to next? Oh, weapons. I run 4 Glory because Glory is great. It's amazing. With Tetsuya, you can, if you have Tetsuya and another 3 crit or Blade Wing on the field, you can OTK. I'll show you guys about that later. But it's a great weapon. It has 5k. It has a discard cost, but the discard cost doesn't really matter because you have defeat monsters and Hot Springs. So you can easily get more cards back. You just discard extra weapons you don't need or extra impacts. Anything else just really you don't need. It's a pretty good card. It saves your life. I actually get this off a lot, surprisingly. So, I mean, not that surprising. There's a lot of spells in the deck, so it's pretty good. It pretty much almost always goes off unless you're unfortunate. And then I run hate cards. Woo! I run 1 Dragon Slayer and then 1 of the Soma Sword, the Brave Sword. I run 6 weapons, as you guys saw, because I personally think 6 weapons is the standard you should be running. I know a lot of people like to run 4 or lower. I don't think that's a good idea because when you have a weapon equipped, it's a continuous advantage where people can replace it for monsters and spells. But the thing is, I'd rather replace, if you want to get rid of cards to add more spells, I'd rather first start with like impacts and whatnot, stuff you don't need, and then go on to weapons, because once you have a weapon equipped, game 1, unless you're playing in a tournament, game 1 is probably not going to be destroyed unless your opponent's playing like, I don't know, weapon hate. That'd be surprising, but once you have these equipped, it's just constant advantage every turn. Even when you have to play defensive, it's fine. You still have it just in case. It's always going to be there. It's a great card. I think weapons are amazing in this game. I might even play Legend World because of it, because I think weapons are just so good. But yes, 6 weapons, the greatest deck. They're searchable as well because they're adventures, and they trigger off a lot of stuff, make a lot of things go well. And then I run 2 impacts, which I really don't think are that great, honestly. After playing with them at Worlds and at Nationals and Regionals, I didn't get them off that much. I just use them just in case OTK. The thing about impacts is, I find a lot of times if you're winning already, this is the only time you ever get an impact off, is if you're winning. And very rarely do you get them off when you're about to lose, but you have this just in case for game. This is a very small percentage, and I'd rather replace these for something in the future, like for more shields or for other cards like extra continues. I run 2 of them for now just because my deck is very rush heavy and very OTK based, so it helps push those 1 or 2 games. But again, I just find if you're winning, even with the low cost and the easy activation, I just find that if you're already winning, impacts aren't going to be that useful. I found many times when I had them in hand for game, I won anyways, so it's like, or I was going to win next turn. So it's like, this plus the added inconsistency, even though it's searchable, it's like, oh, well, they're there, but they only go off once or twice. Side deck. What's side deck? My side deck was 2 Dispel, 2 Gal. This is for like against Danger World, stuff that gives me problems with weapons, Dragon World. This is for another more Danger World hate. I run a lot of Danger World hate for some reason. I don't know why. It just happens to be all against Danger World. This is pretty much good for that, and against Magic World, kinda, and then against Dungeon World. But like, I'll get onto that side deck later. 1 Dragon Sword because in case I fight Seeker. one Pillar of Fire just in case I find like a deck that hits really hard and I need the Pillar of Fire, like against Thunder Knights, for example. I use it against Thunder Knights, stop their move and whatnot. I run one more Scout, one to main deck, one to side, just for cards that like Soul Guard, like Jack or Seeger again. I run 2 Gummy Slime because Gummy Slime, and then it's helpful against move cards like Dragon World, which I expected to see a lot. I didn't actually fight that much Dragon World. And then I run 1 Gagnar because Gagnar OP. The thing about the side deck I noticed was I really didn't use the side deck. Like, I had the side deck a lot, I used it a lot, but I actually never got the cards from the side deck. And I find that this deck is very powerful without the side deck. To be honest here, you don't even need a side deck. That's why the person who got first, who beat me, he didn't have a side deck. He only had Gagnar on the side deck. And that's because you really do not need a side deck. This deck has the ability to handle pretty much everything without a side deck. Like, I think the only cards you could run are like these, maybe. And then of course Gagnar, but you know Gagnar's broken. But yeah, you really don't need the side deck. I guess I'm going to combos. You want me to?
It's up to you.
Alright, well, I mean, it isn't much. The deck's pretty straightforward. A lot of it's play as you go, depending on how the deck goes. But the main thing that people apparently have not seen yet, I don't know why they can't see it, but I mean, it's really easy when it gets in your head. This and then
SP Drum.
SP Drum? I don't know where he is. Oh, there he is. He's shining. Turn 1. If turn 1 you go second, you have Drum, Glory Seeker, and Tetsuya. Buddy called Tetsuya, do all your things, get Carnic Soul, woo, whatever. You go Link Attack for if you're playing against any other deck that isn't Danger World, Link Attack for 4. If you're playing against Danger World, Link Attack for 4 on this because Danger World has the ability to destroy your weapon. You really don't want to swing in with your weapon recklessly. But that's just player tips. Pro tip. Anyways, swing in for 4, Link Attack for 4 because of the new ruling of adding criticals. Tetsuya's effect, double attack on your weapon because it is an adventure. Then if that hits, stand your weapon, attack for 3, and attack for 3, and that's 10 damage. Because 4, 3, and then 3, that's 10. And you can also do this with multiple other cards. You can do it with Bladewing Phoenix. Bladewing Phoenix will be he will be 11 damage, so it'll be 4, stand your weapon, 3, 2, 2, and let's see what else. Oh, this, and then this is one I actually figured out a while ago. Before the tournament started, I was like, oh, this works. He becomes 3 crit when you have dungeon enemy. So dungeon enemy, so this would be 3, another 3, so 6, then 2 more for 8, and then 2 more for 10. So another OTK. And I guess this is where the impacts come in handy. For when your opponent has, like, let's say a green shield. And let's say they have 1 green shield, and you have Tetsuya, a weapon, and then this. You can swing for 4, they'll negate it. Or like a blue shield, not green shield, because green shield will fuck everything up. So you swing it for 3, swing it for 2, swing it for 2 more, and if they're at 3, you just go, impact, I win. Woo. But that's why I run the impact. But I didn't really find myself OTKing much. I only OTK'd 2 people the entire week. And one of my opponents were kind of salty about that. But yeah, I would be pretty salty too. I can't blame them.
Was that first turn?
Yeah, it was first turn. Every time I OTK, it's first turn. So
your first turn, going
like,
second.
This deck has deck has a lot of burst damage. I can sit on stuff for like a long time and just keep building up advantage. And then when their hand's diminished, I can just swing in for like game. Like I was fighting, I know one of my matches against Brian in Nationals, he got to like 17 life and I was at 2. But I was able to hang in there because of the mission cards and the divine protections. And because of Tetsuya, my weapon, and Blade Wing or Drum, I was just able to swing in multiple times for like 4 to 7 damage. And he was running out of hand, so he had no shield. So eventually, over the course of 3 turns, I could deal like 7 damage to him 3 times, and that was game. So this deck has a lot of high burst power. You don't have to worry about that. It's actually why I don't run that many shields, because the game isn't going to go on long enough for the shields to be useful. And I think it's pretty much it, unless you want to talk about my match, but
that's really about it.
Yeah, it's pretty much it. The deck's very simple, but it's not simple in a way. Like,
so I'm guessing, in terms of the worlds right now that you faced there at Nationals, what was the most difficult world to deal with?
The mirror match. That's pretty much it. That's the thing. The side deck. This deck can handle a lot of cards, decks. Oh, the other tough deck, Seeger. Seeger, you want to I need 4 Rolling Stones for Seeger. Seeger, like, I know people give Seeger so much shit, and to be honest, I can't blame him because Seeger kind of gets a lot. I mean, it's fucking Seeger. It's very inconsistent. However, if you notice on these cards, every single card in my deck almost has 2 lower defense, which means if they go, if they activate like Dragon Thunder or one of the copies of it, they can just blow up my entire field, stop my link attacks, and just stop me dead cold. Yep. Wrap triggers a card, so Wrap Trigger fucks me over hard. Oh, excuse my language again. It really hurts. It really hurts. Wrap Trigger hurts, and then Negate Shield. The Negate card really hurts as well. Once they get Seeger rolling, and once they get it started up and they get it going and going and going, it's just too difficult to deal with for this deck. So, I mean, to deal with it, you have to hope that they have a lack of shields, and you can just keep penetrating them and you keep playing rock paper scissors. That's actually how I got one of my games against Seeger, is because I had him and Tsuku, who actually helped me win the game. So yeah, surprising. So that's why I like running one-ups, because they help me win games. But everything else is pretty easy to deal with. Dragon World you don't have to worry about because the deck can just burst through it. You either play defensive or they're running Dragon Bond, you can just smash through your center. Magic World, you just keep hitting your center as hard as possible because they'll draw too many cards for you to deal with. But they don't have that many shields. Well, they have shields, but they can't deal with link attack shields. And they're going to run out of gauge eventually for Chillax. Danger World is very, very easy as long as you don't have the weapon destroying cards. So you just swing in super hard and they can't deal with it. That's how I OTK'd. A lot of my first OTK was against a Danger World player. Sorry, Brian. And then my other one was against a Dungeon World player because, again, their shields cost gauge to play. So that's also kind of a problem.
By chance, was it Brian Waldron?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That's like he's.
That's a call out for you, Brian.
Yeah. He knows. He knows the power of OTK. He knows. He knows what's up.
I've traded him with multiple times.
I see.
So, yeah. Assault. How hard was it for you to finish your deck since it was the day of release?
I got it the day before release.
Oh, the day before. That's right.
Yeah, because I found a few guys who got the boxes early, and because Busher was actually selling their boxes early at the event, so woo. I didn't pull any. I pulled one Tetsuya, and I pulled no weapons, and I pulled like 2 Blade Wing. I'm like, oh, cool. The only good thing I pulled was Tsuku, so I was like, good on Tsuku the entire day. And it was super overpriced because people thought Tsuku was broken, which, I mean, he's alright because Tsuku has a 1 combo of a weapon. Like, where's Tsuku at? Where is my homie? I don't know where he's at. But basically, when you have Tsuku, if they have, there he is. He has a card in the center. Oops. If they have a card in the center, you can just go play this formation, and then link attack, go penetrate, and then stand. Like if they have a drum bunker in the center, let's say, like they move drum to the center or have drum in the center, you can link attack. This would be 7, penetrate for 3, stand, link attack again. He isn't once per turn, so you can activate him again and go penetrate. That's 5, so that's 8 damage. That's pretty good. But like the fact that he destroys himself, he loses a lot of versatility. I probably bump him down to 1 just because he's not that useful.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, a lot of decks they have a lot of hard time. Well, I know it's a mess, but they have a lot of difficulty dealing with this deck. I mean, a lot of people are like, oh, it's just overrepresentation or whatever, but I don't think, honestly, it wasn't that. I think the deck has a lot of, because of burst power in this deck, it just isn't too much for this game, and the deck allows you to play very burst heavy, because even if you don't have shields, you have this card, and odds are you're going to hit your heal, so it adds like a safety net. Like a lot of times I'm playing like Dragon World, I don't want to go too ham, because I'm worried, oh crap, I don't have any shields, I might not be able to survive my next turn, I got to think too far ahead. But this, I know at least I have a safety net if things go wrong or unpredicted and I can't really deal with it. It allowed me to play a lot more risky in a lot of my games. I have a full deck report. I'll post some link later below. I did like a full deck report online on Pojo, so I'll post that later on.
Sounds good.
Okay.
All right. And that's pretty much it.
All right. Thanks, Austin.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
I'll see you guys another time. Bye.
Team Draconic Fury out.